Deputy Sheriff in Douglas County is preparing to step into a new role, this time in Ohio. Douglas County Chief Deputy Wayne Hudson will become the new Chief of Police in Shaker Heights, Ohio, just outside of Cleveland. Chief Deputy Hudson will retire from the Douglas County Sheriff's Office. His new role starts January 9th. Hudson rose through the ranks as a sergeant to a lieutenant and eventually a captain in 2013. He was appointed Chief Deputy in 2021.
We never really did engage with North Omaha and South Omaha, but now I think since the last 10 years I've been really engaged in the community. I think I've opened up the department some. We're a more diverse department now when it comes to hiring.
Hudson started his law enforcement career with Douglas County in 1994.